Welcome back. Today I'm in a client's garden in North London and I'm revisiting her cottage border. I did a video of this border in June when I was adding some plants and developing the border, and people really liked it. People really like cottage gardens, it seems. So I wanted to revisit it to show you what it looks like now in September. I'm just going to talk you through the plants. I'm also going to show you other bits of her garden. I'm going to revisit the Shady border, and I'm going to show you a different area of her garden which you haven't seen before. It's a really lovely garden. It's been really well designed, and I've had the pleasure of developing the planting. So I'll take you on a little tour. The asters are looking fantastic. They flower for ages, this particular aster does. It's Aster cross Fricatii Monch, and I've mentioned it before. It's one of Beth Chatto's favourites, the late Beth Chatto, who was a great plantswoman. And she said it had the longest display and was just fantastic for sheer beauty, or words to that effect. And it's looking really nice with the orange pansies. I like orange and purple together, and this gives a long display. Also in this border, I put Geranium Patricia, which is looking nice, which is a hot pink, and Geranium Kellyanne, which is in the front. There's a penstemon in the back, which has worked well. The foxgloves are over, so sadly I can't show you those. What didn't work, because it got eaten by slugs and snails, was the campanula, because my client has quite a slug and snail problem. So I'm going to put a Verbena Bampton in place of the campanula. So I'm going to do that today. But otherwise this border is shaping up nicely. I'm going to add some more alliums in the autumn because she really likes alliums. And I'll take you now to the Shady border. Now I'm on the shady side of my client's garden. This is a shady border, and some of it's dry shade because underneath is Fortunei. I have done a video on this border, so see my previous video. It's basically what I'm developing as a woodland border. I want to make it woodlandy. There are ferns here. There was a foxglove, which is actually now over. There are also hardy geraniums, a heuchera, cyclamen, and round the base of the tree, which I put in my previous video, is Euonymus fortunei, Emerald Gaiety, because it's very good in dry shade and it's doing nicely. I just wanted to green it up. I just wanted a nice green lush border underneath this, because this will be taking up quite a lot of the nutrients and water. And I popped in a few pansies for a pop of colour, so we'll see how they do there. They're meant to be fine in partial shade. We'll see how well they perform. And I'm going to now walk to the other side of the shady border so you can see it from that perspective. Follow me. I want to show you this side of the shady border because it's looking really lush and ferny. The ferns have really taken well in this soil and in this situation. And they're looking really good in September, at the end of September now. Well, by the time you see this video, it might even be early October. And we'll see how hardy they are. I can't remember whether they're winter hardy, evergreen ones. I think some of them are. This one's gone into autumn mode, as you can see. The Geranium Rozanne amongst these ferns is still flowering. It's very long flowering. I think it's one of the most long flowering hardy geraniums. It flowers into October, so it's just brilliant. And I planted it in a video that I made in June about shady borders, this shady border. There is also this lovely Aster, which is flowering away, giving a lot of colour and beauty. It's a small flowered Aster, unlike the other Aster in the sunny border. So it's got little small flowers, and it flowers for ages. It just gives some beauty in this border. So that's it, and I'll probably revisit this border in the winter so you can see what it looks like in the winter. Now I'm in a different part of the garden. I want to show you this area because it has a different feel. It's a sunny space, and it's also an area of seating. So my client has got two areas, one by the house and one here, which is nice because you can feel slightly removed from the house and you're in a different space and you have a different view of the garden, which is lovely. What I wanted to do was enclose the space with grasses so it felt quite private. It's got these Calamagrostis cross acutiflora Karl Foerster. I think it's got 5 of those, 4 or 5. And then these Pittosporum, which were here already, which are actually going to have a bit of a prune. I think it would be quite nice to make them sort of into columns, so quite clipped. There's also lavender in here, which I've trimmed quite recently, and I've done a video on trimming lavender. So you can still trim your lavender now. It's a good moment to do it. Do it before it gets too cold. And then there are some asters. So it's quite simple, but it's a very sunny space. And in the summer, it's really hot here and it's lovely. It's like a little bit of the Mediterranean. And I will revisit this garden in later videos. I want to show you how the garden develops over the seasons, so you can see it throughout the year, how it changes, because I think that's a really nice thing, and you can learn how to make your garden look good all year round, which is my aim for gardens as a planting designer. So please like and subscribe. I hope this video has inspired you, and I'll see you in the next video.